Hello, all my second graders, and welcome to today's class of PE. My name is Mr. Hyde, and I will be your instructor today for class. Today we're going to work on spatial awareness. I will explain later kind of what that is, but so kind of an overview of what we're going to do today's lesson. We're going to start with the warm-up, then we moved into the first activity that has to do with directions in space and spatial awareness with that. And then the second activity will work on pathways and understanding our bodies in different pathways with spatial awareness as well. But before we get started, we're going to start with the warm-up. So if I can get everybody up and ready to go, we're going to do some arm stretches first to get us going. So let's stretch our arms across front first. Remember to hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. Now we're going to switch arms and do the other side. Make sure we're getting our bodies loose. Let's get our arms over our heads. Stretching. I'm going to stretch the other side now. Now let's do some leg stretches as well. So we're going to do our thighs. Hold our legs up. Remember to hold for 5 to 10 seconds. Then we're going to do the other leg, 5 to 10 seconds as well. Alright, now we're going to try to do 10 jumping jacks in a row. And if ever you get tired, just go slow it down, or take a rest, or go get a drink if you ever need to. So we're going to start with 10 jumping jacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Alright, next we're going to do climbers. So we're going to go stretch up one arm and lift the other leg, and then we're going to switch with this arm. So we're going to do 10 of those as well. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, the next one we're going to do is jumping for the stars. So we're just going to make big jumps and leap as high as we can 10 times, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make sure you jump in high as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and the last one we're going to do is just jump back and forth with our feet. So just imagine you have a line in front of you and jump over that for now. And we're going to do that forward and back 10 times. Remember, if you get tired, just take a little rest or slow down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now that we got our hearts going, we're going to go into our first activity of the lesson. We have two, remember. So for the first one, we're going to work on spatial awareness and with direction. But remember, so we're going to go over spatial awareness. Spatial awareness is knowing our bodies around other objects around us and knowing how to move our bodies around things around us. Now we work on this like every day. We all don't think about it, but we do it pretty easy every day. So like when you're walking, you don't walk into a wall every time you see it, you walk around it. Or you go over things, or under things, or next to things, and different things like that. So for our two activities, I'm going to need you to find 5 things around your house. It can be anything. So for me, I have a pumpkin, a shoe, 2 bowls, and this bin here. You can find anything from your pots, pans, you can go get some toilet paper rolls, or you can do blankets or pillows. And so I'm going to give you 1 minute, and what you're going to do is go gather your items, and then come back and scatter those 5 items all around. You don't want them too close to each other, you want to just spread them out in your area for your activities. So I'll give you 1 minute, and then when I get down to 10 seconds, I'm going to count to 10 for you. So ready? Go get your stuff. 30 seconds, 30 more seconds. Now 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now hopefully all of you guys are back and ready to get into our first activity. So this one's going to work on direction. And taking those directions and moving to where I say to. So I'm going to say a direction, and I want you to do that direction around one of your items that you have scattered around your floor. I'm going to say the direction, give you 5 seconds, and I'm going to show you what you should have done with that. So the first direction is I want you to stand behind something in your area. So ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if I would have standing behind something, I'm standing behind this pumpkin, so that's an area where I'm not over here, and I'm understanding that that means behind it. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is, can you stand in front of something in your area? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm gonna stand in front of this shoe I have on the floor here. So I'm in front of the shoe. So this means that I'm not behind it, not to the side of it, I'm in front of it. So the spatial awareness, this is understanding where to be with items around you. So now I want you to stand next to something, anything in your area. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I decided to stand next to this bowl I have over here. So, you could have done anything. You could have stood next to over here by the pumpkin. I could have been on this side of it or this side. So just next to is pretty vague and lets you be in any kind of spot that you want to. For the next direction, can you go under or over something that you have in your area? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I have this big bin, and I'm going to step over it, and that's just how you're supposed to do that. I don't have anything here that I can go under, but I can go over any of these items I have here. I can go over the pumpkin as well. The last one we're gonna do is, let's do something that is far away from something. So let's say your closest item to the camera. Let's try to be as far away as we can from it, but while still in the view of our camera, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so here's the pumpkin. That's my closest item. So for the video, so you can see as far as it can be, this is far away from it. So this means I'm not that close to it. Knowing my space, I am very far away from this area now. All right, so you guys did a great job with that activity. Now we're going to move into the next activity. Now this one works with pathways. So with pathways, we're trying to go in certain directions and use the items we have to work on going around them and using our spatial awareness to not run into those pathways and the items we have in the pathways, and make sure we do all the pathway all the way around. So we're going to do a straight line, we're going to do a curved line, and then we're going to do a zigzag. And for each time that we do one, we're going to walk around it 3 times first, then we will skip around it, then we will jump around it, and then we will crawl around it finally. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to take your items and make a straight line with them before we start our pathway exercise. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so for this part, we're just going to walk around it. Since we have a straight line, we're using our spatial awareness to we'll bump into anything around here. And also, if you have anything outside of the area that you might bump into, make sure you're not avoiding that as well. So like I said earlier, we do this every day when we walk. Say you walk to school, or you walk in the hall at school when you used to be there. Then you were able to just walk in the straight path. You're not trying to run into other kids. So let's just walk around. We'll do that 3 times. Ready? Go. 1, 2, and the last one, 3. All right, now we're going to skip around it 3 times now. 1, 2, and 3. You see, now there's a little bit, not that much space that I have here, so that I have to make sure that when I'm getting to that end and this end that I'm working on my spatial awareness and not running into any of the items around me. So now we're going to jump around it 3 times. Ready? There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. All right, the last one's a little harder one. We're going to crawl all the way around everything. Ready? And go. There's 1. There's 2. Last lap. Oh, I bumped that a little bit. And 3. All right. So for the next pattern, we're going to do a curve. So it's like a curve is like this or like this. So what we want to do is we want to take our items and make kind of a half circle with them. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to make your thing, and then we're going to do the same thing and go around that new circle as well. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hopefully you're ready now, because we're going to walk around the curve now. So we're going to do it 3 times just like we did on the other things as well. So walking. So you see with the curve, when we get here, instead of being able to just keep walking straight, that we walk into that hole, we got to turn our bodies and know that our awareness is telling us that we need to go around these items and not just go straight through them. So there's 1 lap. There's 2 laps. And there's 3 laps. All right, now we're going to skip around it 3 times. One, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to jump around it 3 times. One, 2, 3. All right. Now the last one, we're going to crawl around it. Ready, set, go. One, remember, if you ever get tired, just take a little rest, or maybe try to only do 2 laps instead of doing 3. 2, and 3. All right, so the last pattern we're going to do is a zigzag. So the zigzag, we know, is like a Z. So we're going to try to take our items and make them so we have one way to walk, then cut, and then cut again. You know, okay? So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to set that up as well, and then we'll get going from there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you see my pattern, it kind of pops, goes like over here, and then comes back, and then zigzags back around as well. So this time we're just going to do running, or walking, skipping, and jumping. We're going to leave out crawling this one. So we'll walk. So just like the curve, this one's going to have more obstacles. Instead of being able to walk through, we're going to have to turn, and then we're going to have to turn again even with this one. So same with the other side of the zigzag. So this one's got working on twisting and stuff as well with our bodies. There's 1. There's 2. So we're really twisting around those corners. and 3. Now we're going to skip. This might be a little hard, but if you can get it, let's try it. It's almost easier to go up to it and then keep kind of starting again once you hit these little tough patches. There's 2. Remember, not trying to hit any items around us. And there's 3. So the last one we're going to do is jumping around it. This one you could go up to these spots and try jumping sideways and then keep jumping as well. Jump in, jump up kind of thing. There's 2. Jump up, keep going. Zigzag, and 3. All right. So that is our last item on the list today. So we did spatial awareness. Remember, that's understanding our body around other objects around us. So we do this every day in life, and you won't even realize it most of the time when you're knowing it yourself that you're doing the spatial awareness itself. So we worked on direction today, which was understanding when you hear a cue, kind of, where to go, and follow that cue in direction, and knowing what to do with it. And then we did the pathways, which worked on not running into objects or not running into objects around us. So I have a little assessment that I need you guys to finish up today and post that later today for me. And other than that, you guys have a great rest of your week and a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.